the line is open. Late night voices in the dark, real talk straight from the heart. No games, no mask, no disguise, just truth when you step on the line. Call me up, the line stay open. Say what's real, no sugarcoating. Love and life, yeah, we unfold it. Step to the mic, don't hold it. Call me up, we go and live. Tell your truth, don't let it hide. This the place where voices rise. Soft rain every time. He said, she said, we break it down. Different views when we come around. From the chat to the laugh call line. If it's on your heart, it's your time. The line is open, we going live. Say what you feel, it's your time. Soft Reign Hotline, let's talk.
Welcome to the Soft Reign Hotline, where the lines are open and the truth is louder than opinions. This is the space where real people bring real questions and real conversations to the table. No scripts, no filters, just perspective. So if you've got something on your mind, dial in and speak your truth. You're now under Soft Reign.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Soft Reign, and welcome back to the Soft Reign Hotline, where the conversations are real, the perspectives are always honest, and the truth, it doesn't get filtered. Tonight, I was brought this topic, and I was kind of, to be honest and open, I was kind of hesitant about doing it because I have my personal views on this, but it's a tough, because it can be a tough topic, okay? But, well, with that being said, first of all, listen, I gotta acknowledge everybody that's already here. In Too Deep was in here early. Uncle Plug, hey Kira, and hey Miles, welcome in. So tonight, as you can see from the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about support from your friends. You know, so it hits a little different because a lot of people feel like they feel it, but they don't always say it out loud. You know, they call you friend, they call you family, and then when it's time to support you, they're nowhere to be found sometimes, right? Oh, I see everybody is filing in. I thank everybody for coming in here. The numbers are jumping over here on the screen. So if you're here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. I bring the hotline to y'all every Thursday night where y'all can call in and talk to me. I've been really enjoying it. In just a little bit, I'll put the phone number up so y'all can call in. And you know what, tonight, I might even drop that link for y'all to come up and talk on screen. So we'll see how the conversation flows. We'll see how it flows. Hey, Tati. Hey. Uncle Plus said, yeah. And Too Deep said, please click on the notification bell so you don't miss future lives. Uncle Plus said, outside people support you better than inside people. Hey, Plug, we're going to talk about this. Tati, I'm doing good. I don't like your profile picture, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you about that. It's kind of weird, love. In Too Deep said, welcome in, everyone. Of course, as you come in, please click on the like button. It's a free way to support the channel. And of course, if you get charged, let me know so we can get that taken care of. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into these meat and potatoes. So let me ask y'all this. If they really rock with you, why do you think that some of your friends don't actually support you? Is it jealousy? Is it their lack of belief in you? Or are you just maybe outgrowing your circle? You know, so the main question I have is, do real friends have an obligation to support your hustle? And if y'all in here with me, answer that. It's the yes or no. Do real friends have an obligation to support your hustle? Yes or no, or is it depends? And if it's depend, make sure you drop what it depends on. Okay. Everybody keeps saying support, support, support. But what does support actually mean? For some people, support is like sharing your content, reposting your business, buying from your business, um, supporting your services. Like if you provide a service like massage therapy or doing nails or doing hair, showing up to your events, like if you're a promoter and whatnot. For others, it could be as simple as, "Hey, I'm proud of you." That I call that like quiet encouragement, you know. But is that silent support actually support? And I see a lot of y'all in here filing in. Make sure y'all, like, subscribe, comment, share this with your friends that question support sometimes. So I do have a TikTok video that I wanted to share that defines support. Uncle Plug said they still view you the way you were and not the person you're becoming. Uncle Plug, Uncle Plug, I'm gonna start that. We're gonna come back to that and we're gonna deep dive on that. Kira said, I am realizing more and more that people attract the energy they get out of life. Your friends don't support you because you don't support them. So, Kira, you think it should be reciprocal on both sides? Do you think it should be even? And Too Deep said, I tried to get my time and show up to events. Miles said levels of friendship. Some are for support system, others might only be social. Hey, classic, welcome in, welcome in. And Too Deep said, give, not get. Okay, I got you. Welcome in, classic. I'm gonna okay, so I'm gonna put this video up from TikTok. Share this tab. And she said, what does it mean to be supported? Let me add this to the stage and I'm gonna do it like this. And we're gonna listen to what she has to say on what does it mean to be supported.
Another Monday. Can you believe it? Today's live question was, what does support look like for you? I thought about this question because I had a live a couple of weeks ago and someone in the comments said that support was free. And so I agree with him that support can be free, but it gave me a bigger question to think about, which was, what does support look like for you? Because here on TikTok, we kind of think of support as likes, shares, gifts. But, if we are entrepreneurs, we might think of support as someone coming to one of our pop-up shops, someone buying something from us, supporting our business. In friendships, it could be, our friends being a listening ear for us. And then in relationships, support can just look like, getting a hug or getting some type of positive affirmation. So what does support look like for you? Good morning, guys. We're back to another Monday. Can you believe it?
So she's saying it could be different things, right, y'all? It can be you can show up, you can give encouragement, you could support, simply dropping a like, sharing it with somebody else who might need it. I think support looks different for all of us, actually. Depending on, I remove myself out. Depending on how you receive it, is the way. I think that if you're okay with the support that you're receiving from your friends, then that's what you're receiving. Then if you're okay with it, then so be it. That's how I feel on it. But we gonna move forward. You know what, y'all? Are y'all feeling like y'all want to come up and talk about it? Because I can drop the link, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone number up here too because this is a live call-in show. It is scrolling at the bottom, 205-265-1465. So why don't they support you? Your friends that don't support you, why don't they support you? That's the uncomfortable part. I think sometimes they've known you for too long. They might not be able to see your growth clearly. They might not be able to see your dream and your trajectory, your vision. So some of them, they won't believe in your vision. They don't see it. Maybe they want to see if it's going to work first. And then I hate to talk about it, but jealousy. Not loud jealousy, not obvious, but that quiet energy of, I see you, but I'm not clapping for you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jen. Hey. Plug said they're still trying to catch up to the person you were. So they are afraid they'll never catch up to you when you start growing. All right, Plug. The Ted down, sophisticated crash out is in the building. Ted said, I gave up on support from friends. I just got to rock with what I got. I think we got to be okay with that too. Now, Ted, do you think that may affect your friendship? Does it, the support that they give from you, come on, April, come on, Rain. The support they give to you, do you accept the lack thereof and still maintain that friendship, or does it affect your friendship? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. If you understand, let me know. Hey, Roxy, welcome in, welcome in. Uncle Plug said the same support you want is the same support you give. Reciprocate. Do you think it should be even, Plug? Miles said, I never ask for more than what they can give. It doesn't always work in reverse. I never ask. I understand. So said they could be growing through your success. Could be. Could be. There's another TikTok video that I want to get into that I saw. Too. So hold on, y'all. Let me pull that up. Is this the man? And it's kind of like it's kind of like what we're touching base on right now. Like, what does support mean to you? So I'm gonna pull this one up. Uh-oh.
This app look like to you? Does support to you mean gifts, taps, shares, engagement, or all of the things? I'm just curious because a lot of people have it twisted, and I'm gonna give you my definition. Supporting me doesn't necessarily mean monetary gifts. Supporting me is loving, liking, sharing this video, saving it, reposting it, making a comment, engagement with my content, showing up if I decide to show up, that type of thing. You know what I mean? So just riddle me this. What does support mean to you? Put it in the comments below. I have a question. What does support on this app look like to you? Does support to you mean gifts?
Yeah. Yeah. I got a call coming in on the hotline, y'all. So hold on one second. Soft Reign Hotline. Who do I have on the hotline? Hold on, let me put you on the speaker. Who I got on the hotline?
It's Classic.
Hey, Classic. What's going on?
Hey.
How you doing?
Nothing. Proud of you. Proud of you. Proud. I done forgave y'all, so I'm back to showing love.
Oh man, I'm glad we back on the same page. Oh yes, I feel all the love. Feel all the love.
Don't overdo it. I'm still working on me.
Oh, okay. I got you.
No, I wanted to introduce a thought process that nobody brought up yet, so the chat can continue doing what they do. Maybe they'll call in, but I was gonna say, unpopular opinion. I think true friends don't expect reciprocity. I think true friends really understand each other, right? And they don't expect the same everything to be circular. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess a good analogy would be like, you know, no matter what player you are on the team, it's best to be cool with being a star in your role. Like, all the people I know who have been like highly successful or whatever we call success, like if you look at their circle, it'd be like role players. Everybody not, looked at as equals or whatever, and people are comfortable with the support that they provide. And sometimes, like, depending on who you friends with, most people in their circle, is to work towards a goal that may be exalting one person out the group. But I think expecting reciprocity is a little unrealistic. Like, I can't expect somebody some streets be one-way streets. Like, if you blessed with a compassionate heart, you can't expect that back in the same level that you give it out, because everybody don't have that same type of heart. I feel like you're doing yourself and the people that you serving a disservice by thinking that they're gonna get that back to you, because that's your blessing. That's your strong suit is your compassion, right? Whereas another person's strong suit may be loyalty. Another person's strong suit may be like work ethic. It's like you got a KYP, know your personnel. That's what we call it, KYP, know your personnel.
KYP, know your personnel. I like that.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't expect back what I give out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, a lot of people say like I inspire or motivate them. I've heard that a lot over the years in my life period, right? So that's cool. But I'm a self-motivated, inspired person. So I don't expect anybody to inspire or motivate me, because I'm already, internally like that. So not only do I not expect it back, I don't need it. You know what I mean? So for me to be like, oh, this friend ain't a friend because I call them and hold them accountable, and they don't never call me and pick me up, like I'm not looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my role is to contribute with this, and what they give back may be something totally different.
Right.
So that's just what I wanted to add. Yeah.
I totally get it. Everybody that's in your life probably plays that role. Some support isn't loud. Some support isn't equally like given across, So and everybody plays their role. Some people are some support you get, they're gonna like, share, and push it out. Some people you get, they're gonna be like, hey, you're doing a good job. I like what you're doing, keep doing it. And that could be the role that they play. So yeah, I get it, Classy. I appreciate that.
For sure. Yeah, I just wanted to tap in and add that. Huh?
I appreciate you calling. I love it when
I'm
you
gonna
call
call
me.
every time. I'm gonna call every time. My support don't run out. I'm gonna call every time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep, I got you.
All
I got
right.
you. I'm gonna let the line open up. All right, be smooth.
Thank you. So y'all heard Classic. Classic said real friends don't expect reciprocity. I'm gonna read a few of these comments. The line is open, so if y'all want to call in, y'all can call in. If y'all want me to drop the link, if y'all want to come up, let me know. And as a matter of fact, let's do this. Copy invite link. I'll drop the link. If somebody wants to come up, feel free to come up. Ted says, depends on the person. Some people I know aren't into anything I do, but they also don't expect me to be there for them. We cool. But some people, well, they're going to get ignored if they message. Okay. Kira said, what you resist persists. People unknowingly manifest what they are trying so hard to avoid. Operate in kindness and love and watch the blessings flow in. Kira said, oh man, here we go. We sorry, Classic. I think we learned our lesson, Kira. I think we learned it. Kira says, so true. Absolutely. She was agreeing with Classic. Soul says, support isn't always reciprocity. Miles says, a transactional friendship is an associate. Is it when you keeping tabs on it, Miles? Is that what it is? Ted said, I never expected back. Spent too much expecting, not enough getting to still do that. And there is the link, y'all, if y'all want to come up. It's open. The line's open, 205-265-1465. Oh my God, Sovereign, I would love to come up on this topic, but I'm in my bonnet. Girl, snatch that bonnet off. Come on. Or you don't have to show your face. Come on, Kira. You family. You don't have to show your face. If you want to come up, come on up. So said also reciprocity is sometimes the default of support. So elaborate a little bit for me. I be needing some to elaborate on some things. Reciprocity is sometimes the default of support. Do you think we reciprocate because we receive? Is that what you're saying? I just want to make sure I understand it. Ted said unpopular practice, but I let people go expeditiously. We love the Kira and Rain collab in these streets. Yeah, come on up, Kira. Classic said it's always a treat when two players meet. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now I do want to get in. I know that sometimes. Uh-oh, I got a phone call, y'all. So hang on, hang on. We got a phone call coming. I got to turn my ringer on so I can hear it. Soft Reign Hotline. Who do I have on the hotline? Let me put you on speaker so we can hear you. All right, what you got?
No problem. This is in too deep. How are you today? It's evening.
Oh, I'm doing good. Into deep. How you doing?
I can't complain.
I hear that.
I kind of want to piggyback on what Classic was saying. I used to look at support differently.
Mhm.
I used to not have time, right? And I used to just give money, right? So I could just here, and I found that was impersonal to a certain extent. I used to sit on live streams and watch other people. So that's why I do what I do with you guys here, is because I like to interact with you, right? And spend time and be able to master my craft as well, as far as learning how to do the back end with YouTube or whatnot. But anytime someone has a product or a service or something, I always try to push it, especially if there's a way for me to make a little bit of coin off of it too. I like commission. But I mean, as far as like reciprocity, I don't necessarily need it for myself because I'm like Classic. I'm self motivated, but I have also told Classic he motivates me to want to be a part of group. You know what I mean? Because normally I'm kind of introverted. I just sit back and watch versus actually participate. So I think support is only at the level in which you allow people to help you. So, for instance, you being what you're doing, like you said before, coming up and getting out of your comfort zone, this is actually motivating me watching you get out of your comfort zone. Because I don't like to go live either. I really don't like talking, even though I talk too much. But at the same time, I'm introverted to the point where I could just be by myself because I'm an only child too. So I never had to really deal with anybody. So, and I'm older now, and my daughter's out. Well, she's not out of the house, but she's never really around, so she does her thing, and we get together like maybe once a week. But other than that, I have time now. I think that some people's support is going to be different.
Yeah,
Their levels, I guess.
I understand that. Do you think were let me ask you this. You said that about giving money. Repeat what you said about giving money, how you felt about that in the long run.
I used to support content creators, like give them $5 here, $10 here, whatever, and they would end up quitting, like after like because they weren't getting that money. They were doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, I'm not saying you're not supposed to be on here doing it for money. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is they were banking on it and they weren't hedging and learning how to use YouTube or be more effective in YouTube. And I found that the best content creators have mods that protect the show as much as the person on the show. So I try to make your job easier. So that way, if you're forgetting to mention, hey, hit the like button, or we have a lot of people in here that do that for you as well. So they'll say, hey, hit the like button, all the new people. So, I watch other content creators and I watch their mods. And I told you I'm creating something in the background for this anyway. But for the long run, anybody who's doing content creation support, having professional style help is very flexible and costs money. So if I could, do something that will save you time and energy and funds coming out of your pocket, then it helps you in the long run, supporting you to the next level, holding you up while you're doing your show, because you have to worry about a whole bunch of different aspects of the show. Now you can just focus in on your craft, and that's what I try to help you guys with, so you guys can focus. So giving you money not necessarily is going to help you. per se. Sometimes you need a little bit of not only just support. It's just like a husband or a father just giving money and not being there to help out. You know what I mean? They're not helping you with the kids when you're sick, or picking up the groceries, or doing laundry every once in a while, or taking out the trash, or providing assistance as far as fixing something, being the handyman. Um, uh, we call it. My coach used to call it. I was the utility player. I could play any position except quarterback. I really didn't have an arm to throw. But if you want to do some wildcat, you know what I'm saying, I could run the ball. But other than that, being that utility player, and that's what I try to be in life, is that utility person to get you to the next milestone or the next goal, or whatever your time is to accomplish. And plug, I got your video. I didn't forget you. I'm working on it. I'm crafting up something special for you, so you'd be like, "Oh yeah." So, anywho, that's what I mean. But so I don't want them to think I'm forgetting about them, because I am bad at the one thing I'm bad at, and I'm bad at talking to people. I'm bad at communication, as far as like reaching out to you. If I hadn't talked to you in like 6 months, I'm not going to call you. You can call me though. I'll answer, but I'm not going to call you because I don't want to feel like I'm bothering you.
Right. I get that part. I get that part. So yeah.
I'm going to get off the phone line for you so that way somebody else can come on.
Definitely. I appreciate you coming up as always. Thank you.
Anytime, and congratulations on your show. I really do appreciate your energy, and I thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, y'all. That was In Too Deep. Y'all heard him. I do want to move into. I did skip over some comments. Let me go back to these comments first, and then I'll move into my little next segment. Roxy, I didn't mean to skip over it. I saw it after the fact. Roxy said, I had a very small circle, and I was always doing for my friends and their kids. And as soon as I would hope someone would be there for me to support me while going through the hardest loss, they disappeared. I ain't Roxy. That comes back to those expectations. We can't expect us from other people, you know. So I think I read these. Yes, Ted said, yeah. So Roxy says, so now I'm gonna pass. I'm tired of being there for the good and the bad and never there for me on anything. No more one-way street. Roxy, I do what's best for you, baby. Soul, thank you, Soul. Soul said the definition of support is giving without immediate expectation of return. And the definition of reciprocity is a mutual exchange principle. I give, you give. He said they are interchangeable ones, just more. They are interchangeable. One is just more immediate. So said I'm waiting on In Too Deep to have time. Laugh out loud. I need one-on-one services. All right, look, listen, hey. Closed mouth don't get fed. Uncle Plug said, you good, my boy. And of course, In Too Deep is back on it. He said, welcome in, newbies. As you come in, please click the like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Make sure you share it too. Make sure you share. He put those on both sides. Classy said, it's going to be for the love of rain in a minute. They be crushing on Southfield up in here, y'all. Hey. Y'all so silly. And yeah, make sure y'all go over to the Raw Society Coalition page. He dropped the link in the chat. We are the Raw Society Coalition, and everybody is up in here. The Classic Codes, Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, and the Teds Down. We all make up the Raw Society Coalition, including me, Soft Reign. So make sure y'all go over there to that channel. All of our links, click the links. All of our links to our each individual channels are on there, and support. Subscribe to all of it. Subscribe to all of it. Now, I did want to move on to my next segment. Is support owed? And I think we covered that a little bit here and there. Throughout this conversation. Is it fair? Is anybody actually obligated to support you? I think the honest answer with that is no. They're not obligated. Nobody owes you likes. Nobody owes you shares. Nobody owes you promotion. Nobody owes you anything. But um, I think the hardest part with anybody is when people celebrate strangers, but they won't celebrate you. People are giving, you get more support from strangers, you yourself get more support from strangers than you get from your own friends, you know. So, and In Too Deep is in here. He's tapping everybody, all the links to the test down, Souls of Thought, Classic Codes. I'm pretty sure Uncle Plug TV will be coming up in there in just a second. He's on the job. He's on the job. And I do have another TikTok video, and it's right in the line. So I'm gonna share this tab and I'm gonna add it to the stage. And I'm gonna put me side. There we go. Strangers will be your biggest supporters. Let's listen in to what she had to say.
A family and friends watch you, but strangers support you. Ain't that crazy? Like, I have a few family members that got my back like 4 flats on a Cadillac. You hear me? Like, they comment on my shit, they share my posts, they love my posts, they fuck with me, right? But I got a lot of family members who just watch me. They just watch me and they follow me on every platform. Don't like nothing, don't comment nothing, but they literally are in my follower list. I think that's crazy. But whatever, you know, whatever. I love the people that support me, and the people that don't, fuck yeah. A family.
Well, she said that. She said she loved the people that support her and the people that don't. You know? And then, you know, those same people who don't support, they be the ones supporting strangers. Why do we get more? Y'all tell me that. Why do we get more support from strangers than we do our own family? Than we do our own closest friends? When people celebrate strangers louder than they celebrate you, it tells you something. Y'all know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Sometimes we gotta stop calling people our friends, especially if they never show up for you. You post something, they quiet. You win, they only watching. And I think some of us, we end up being way too loyal to people who are consistently not showing up for us. If they can support the celebrities, they can share memes all day. They can share TikToks all day. They should be able to support you, right? A like, a view, a share, something. And even if it's not just social media, like even if it's not content creation, even if it's not TikTok, even if it is a business, like Kira, she sells soap. Buy a bar of soap. Why can't you support your friend? If somebody else makes t-shirts, why can't you support your friend? Some friends who do have businesses like that, they'll go find somebody else to do it rather than your friend do it. And I'm gonna say this too. Stop giving your friends discounts. If you have a product and you sell it, they should be able to support you at full price. Why wouldn't they? If you're selling it for $10, don't say, "Oh, I'll just give it to you for $8." No. They should be able to support you for the price that you give them, for the full price that you're selling it for. Everybody, I think too, everybody wants a handout when it comes to things like that. For what? Anywhere else you go, you're gonna be paying full price. So why can't you support me in the same sense with paying full price? If I'm offering a service or if I'm offering a product. I think some of your friends can be low key competing with you. They don't want you to fail, but they definitely don't want you to pass them up. If I gotta remind you to support me, I don't think you never really was in my corner. I should have to remind you to support me. So I got some comments, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Plug. See, I knew he was gonna drop it in here. Uncle Plug, if y'all don't have anything to do, go over to Uncle Plug TV, watch some of his old past shows, and you can find me on some of those streams too, if you want to. The No Middleman panel, and help get him. We're trying to get the watch hours up on his channel so he can go to full monetization. So make sure y'all go over there and support him too on that part. So said a view will do. Views pay too. Absolutely. Kira said facts souls. He said, Class said, yeah, give us that perspective ring. I can hear it. I can hear it. Super chat stickers and Cash App stops the show. Hit the Cash App. There's my Cash App, y'all. Soft Reign RSC. And Soul said, the support has to meet your standard of support. That's a good question, so I'm gonna start at. The support has to meet your standard of support. I wouldn't say so. Because I think if it meets your standard, you're expecting that type of support all the time. I think some support is better than no support, if you ask me. So, oh, y'all, I got somebody in here. Classy said, Kira is being secretive with the soap link. He said, I'm gonna find it though. Kira, you ready to go? Let me know when you're ready, Kira. Let me know when you're ready. I see you down at the bottom. So just let me drop it in the chat. Let me know. Classy said, I want to pay for my friend's work. I know they were grinding. I want to pay what it weighs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Kira said, laugh out loud. I took the link down, working on it. On the back, it will be back up shortly. Let us know because we're going to support. We're going to support. Thank you, Entity, for putting the link in there. I mean, the Cash App in there. Classic said, I think people's lack of love and support starts with an internal battle. Yeah. Classic said, we ready, Kira. I'm on my big skincare. I'm big on my skincare. We overly ready. Yeah, and absolutely make sure you go check out Kira on her YouTube channel. Great content. Great content. I can't wait to collab with her again. And he said, let me get the eczema bar ASAP. All right, Kira, you ready? Oh, she said she good. So we're gonna add her to the stage. I'm gonna remove this. Let me do this right here. I think I need to do this. Oh, I hear you, Kira. Hey, Kira.
Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna keep my screen off.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I hate to get on here sometimes and talk about this topic because I be feeling like people think I'm delusional, but I'm gonna be honest. Rain, because of the love that I pour out, have never really had any issues with people supporting me. Now, people, they support me in different ways. It's never the same, but I don't look for that. It just naturally comes, you know? And I feel like if people operate more in a sense of like just true, genuine, like just connections with people, all of that stuff will just naturally come. Like people will, if you operate in a sense, like for an example, you attract the energy that you give out. If you're closed off to things, if you're not showing up for people in certain spaces, like it shows. And so if people are more open to just giving love and receiving love, it'll be reciprocated naturally, even without looking for it.
I can understand that. I can understand that. Let me ask you this though. Do you or have you ever experienced a friend who doesn't first of all, you sound like you don't expect anything as far as support back from anyone. Like you don't place a value on your expectations for support. So do you think, have you ever questioned like, I wonder why my friend doesn't like my post, or I wonder why my friend doesn't share my live, or I wonder why my friend doesn't necessarily buy my product? Do you ever is there anybody in your circle who you've ever questioned their support from?
No.
No, everybody
No.
always.
Like for an example, I know a lot of people say, and a lot of people operate this way, but I don't. I don't charge any of my friends to get their hair done. Like none of them. Like my group of friends, there's no way I'm having them come into my shop and at least on a 1 month, like once a month type basis, they getting their hair done. Like they have been with me since I was learning how to do hair, burning people hair, burning people's scalp, cutting stuff, like messing stuff up. Like they were with
Yeah.
me when I was learning. Okay.
My best friend burnt my
But
hair out. She did. She burnt my hair.
so
Yes. I'm still here.
yeah. So, but on the
Mhm.
flip side, they always pay me. For the most part, they always pay me. Like, and
Right.
when the money get a little funny, they be like, "Girl, I got you next time." And it's like um, it's hard experiencing like people who just don't or haven't really seen like genuine like love. Like people just, I don't know. It's a hard place to kind of like examine life from because that's not real life. People, there are good people out there who just rock with you, and they want what's best for you and they want what's best for your business, and they might not be able to support you financially, but they'll reshare, just like Soul
Mhm.
said in the comments, a view is support,
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to talk your head off.
Oh no, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll read some of the comments right quick. Roxy said, after one of my biggest losses of my life, I have more associates check on me and never my best friend. So I'm gonna move accordingly. I'm gonna go through all this pain. Soul said, your time is your biggest support. I had y'all watch me walk for 90 minutes. That's priceless. It was great conversation too, Soul. It was great conversation. Sko was in the building. Classic said facts at Souls. Sko said, hey, Rain and Kira.
Hey.
And Too Deep said, Souls, you can hit me up. He was meaning anytime. Classic said, I never charged a friend for a haircut in my entire life. I've had friends pay me plenty of times, but I never asked for $1. And Plug said, well, damn, Classic. Classic said, no, Plug, I'm not a barber. If I was, they need to pay me because that's my livelihood at that point. I don't want to war with you.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what's
mhm,
crazy? I
mhm,
have experienced this, right?
mhm.
I have a very my core, like my inner core is very small. But what I have experienced before is when my clients try to get too close, you know?
Okay.
And then they try to like, "Oh girl, can you?" No, I cannot.
Yeah,
Yeah, they try
yeah.
to get close to, but yeah, no.
They
So
try
I
to
guess
get
it's
close so
also,
they can slip in a
yeah,
discount.
oh, can you just fix this for me real quick? And then you end up doing a whole, no, okay. You
Mhm,
got to also
yeah,
have, boundaries or whatever, but it's
mhm.
also about having discernment too. So
Right. Yeah, and see who has your best interest at heart. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then
Mhm.
another thing, one of my best friend, this actually happened to me not too long ago.
Mhm.
Um, a friend of mine had approached me and basically tried to question me about like my best friend.
Ooh.
And she had basically made reference to, why don't your best friend, I never see your best friend come to this or come to this you do or come to that you do. And I had to shut it down because I'm like, what I expect from my girlfriend is not like, she doesn't have to come to anything that I do. Nothing. She supports me in ways by just sometimes just being a listening ear. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's never it doesn't have to be reciprocal.
Right. And the same thing I can agree with you on that. With my best friend, it seems like she don't always show up, but I think our friends play their, just like Classic said earlier, they play their role. Their support is different. Every person's support is different. Um, she could be on the phone with me talking about topics for the show. And then, maybe she can't come in and see every live that I do, because she has a life. She's a single mother too. So the support is different there, as far as this goes. But but we support each other differently too, So it's and with my best friend of 20 something plus years, it doesn't have to be said, it automatically happens. So,
Yeah.
and I've had the same instance with you. Somebody questioned me about her support and whatnot, and I'm like, that's just we're okay over here. She doesn't have
Right.
to be boastful with her support.
Right.
And then people can support silently and behind the scenes
Yeah.
too, so they don't know what role that your friend plays in your life. Some friends can be that supportive, quiet role that always listens to you. You can have a
Mhm.
friend that always gives you advice. You have a friend that always is going out with you in the streets. You have
Mhm.
another friend that always stays at home, or kicks it with you at home, So different friends play different roles in your life when it comes to support. But
Yeah.
I do still think though there are some family and friends that do what I
Take
talked about
advantage.
earlier. Yeah, take advantage, or what I talked about earlier, they don't wanna see you they don't wanna see you surpass them. They don't, they'll support somebody else before they support you, or they could be,
Mhm.
like, jealous of your or where you're going. So,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
But I think too, that may have happened for me, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Rain. I don't even see that shit. I don't see it. Like it could be a situation to where people are jealous or people may have ill intent. Where I act like it don't even exist. Whenever you like, especially being an entrepreneur, you kind of have to, or like being a content creator, or be you. I mean, if we hang up our be so hung up on who supports us and who don't, it's like you kind of just got to keep it moving. And if they don't mean well, it'll just come out. It'll come out eventually, but that's not going to be nothing on your conscience.
Right.
Yeah, they
They
chatting
getting
it
at
up in the comments.
they getting on me in the comments. Um, Rox said, "Kira, you are truly blessed. That's amazing."
Oh,
Uncle Plug
thank
said,
you.
Uncle Plug said he loved all y'all for real, for real. Y'all complete me. Um, Into Deep said, classic. I'm a fan of you. Crash out though, but not fam. And classic laughing at Into Deep. Soul said, Rain is lying. Into Deep said, I got to get ammo then. Classic said, dang souls. Uncle Plug said, if you want a piston contest, you have no idea how big my bladder is. Soul said, oh, I mistyped. Laugh out loud. So we're gonna have a conversation. Into Deep was laughing at Uncle Plug. Classic laughing. Soul said Plug with the eyeballs. Uncle Plug said, we are the RSC family-ish. And yes, we are. Into Deep said that was funny as ish too. Uncle Plug, I was dying after that. Went Googling to find info on baby Ruth. Roxy said, hit the like, y'all. Please do. Please do. The classic said, you can't win too much around black folks. Rich shaming is a very real thing. I've seen it before. He said, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, Souls asked this earlier. He said, does support have to meet your standard of support? How you feel about that, Kira?
I think what is I don't know what the standard of support is supposed to be. I'm not sure. I think that's the point. It's like whenever we have standards or expectations of
Mhm.
what support is supposed to look like, some people don't even have the capacity to support you the way that you supported them. Whether it be, financially, or they just have so much going on that they can't really show up the way that they want to, work schedules, kids, life. Some people can't show up in the way that you can. So I don't know. I think having a standard of support kind of puts people in a place to where they just are let down.
Yeah, Uncle Pug earlier, he said they still view you the way you were and not the person you're becoming. I think he was referring to when your friends don't want to support or don't support you in that capacity that you think they should support you. They still viewing you the way you were and not the person you're becoming. So yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that you that he said this. I didn't necessarily have this situation as far as support, but
Mhm.
in my family we're like raised like a traditional matriarch patriarch type of situation.
Mhm.
And I had to have a conversation with my aunt because I'm like, listen, whenever we step out into this world, I'm a grown ass woman. Like we are equal. Like, yes, you are my aunt, but people want to see you in the lens that they want to see you in. And that's not it doesn't work for me. So
Yeah.
she didn't really like what I had to say, but it is what it is.
Hey. Classic said you can't win too much around black folks. I already read that. Rich shaming is a very real thing. I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's really
Yeah.
nasty.
He said black folks get along best when everybody feels like everybody on the same level, whatever the level is.
Yeah.
And Classic said people won't support because they feel like you are okay, in quotation.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like with today's world, I feel like everybody is one situation away from jumping off the ledge. So I don't believe anyone is ever always okay.
Okay,
So
yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's a
tough.
hard place
It's
to be.
tough.
Yeah, that's a hard place to be.
Mhm. Roxy said people move real funny nowadays more than prior to COVID. Do you think there's any reason for that? Mm.
I do. I feel like COVID was a very special time in world history. I feel like there was a lot like two completely different things happening like all at the same time, and they were like vastly different. On one hand, you had a lot of people passing on and getting sickly, and but on the other hand, it was a lot of money being pumped into the economy. And I
Mm.
feel like during COVID, it created a false sense of what um financial security, what it could look like. And a lot of people was living a life that wasn't realistic. And so yeah, people move real funny now.
Yeah.
Real funny because it's everything is starting to level back out. It's a lot of broke people now. During the pandemic, they was living rich, baby.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
Uh, it was literally designed that way. It was a lot of money that was pumped into. I mean, on I was an entrepreneur. I had my salon and we were closed. I think we were closed for like a total of like 3 months. And even for myself as a business owner, I was able to collect unemployment. With the unemployment of my shop being closed, I got like an additional bonus with collecting unemployment. Now, some people stayed on it. I knew for a fact I wasn't messing with it. And when I went back to work, I cut it off. Some people just kept on going. And then the stimulus checks, and then it was all kind of stuff that was just flowing. Like it was just money everywhere, money everywhere. The
And
PPP
people
loan.
couldn't really spend the way they wanted to spend either because of everything being shut down.
Well, you had a lot there were a lot of things in place also too as far as like rent forgiveness, so people wasn't paying
Yeah.
their rent and they was just I
Mortgage,
mean,
stuff like
listen,
that.
everybody was on a yacht in Miami, okay?
Oh, yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was a time. That was definitely a time.
Yeah. Richard said black people naturally have aggression, but people don't accept the animal in us.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I feel like black people are some of the most loving people. I feel like they are some of the most family oriented people. I believe that black people, they truly when the space is safe, I think that they really love and lean into community. Yeah, I just believe that with all of the things that we have stacked against us, that's when the aggression comes. You know what I mean? The life that we're handed, as far as, growing up in the hood or growing up without a dad, or,
Yeah.
I think that's what compiles on the aggression. But I think Black people are some of the most loving people ever. Oh my gosh.
Sosa thought explained his question from earlier. He said, "Looks like I have to break it down. Do you have a way you want to be supported? If so, do a person have to meet that standard for you to call it support?" I
Mm,
don't. Yeah, I don't think.
no, I don't really have a way. I don't really have a way. I like I can't really quantify what it looks like. Um, but I know what it feels like to not feel supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. I think honestly, it. If you support me, you support me. If you don't, you don't. Is if you don't support me, somebody else will. And if they don't, then they don't. Then somebody else will. Just like there's all these strangers out here supporting people that they don't even know personally more than they do, support people that they do know.
Yeah, and that's
So
a thing too. That's a thing too. And
yeah,
that's very hurtful.
it is
But,
because like okay, you
it's
over
almost like it's
here.
intentional.
Mm,
Yeah.
why do you think it could be intentional though?
Because it just, why not? Like, if I need something, or if I'm going to find something and going to look for something, and the person closest to me offers what I need,
Mhm.
but I blatantly go over two corners down up the road and around the way to find the same exact thing, if not worse than what this person is off, this close person to me is offering. That sounds like hate. And that's when you kind of start looking like, oh, okay, you really don't want what's best for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Hmm.
And Too Deep asks, what is one thing your community does to support you that would surprise someone who isn't a regular viewer? What is one thing your community does to support you that would surprise someone who isn't a regular viewer?
Is that for me or is that for you?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly doing what y'all are doing now, being here in the chat, communicating, being active in the chat, keeping it rolling. That's I don't think it would surprise someone who isn't a regular viewer though. Um, hmm, yeah, I'm not for sure into the facts said facts. That's the reality they won't discuss online, Kira. So he's agreeing with you, Kira. So said they tolerated you during the pandemic. Now they can move, so they move. And Too Deep said PPP loans.
Yeah, I never did one of those. I was petrified of them things. I was like,
Yeah.
hell no.
Mm-mm,
Nah, nah,
mm.
nah, nah. Uh-uh.
Uncle Puck said, never understood that about Black folks being that way.
Okay.
Help to come up and support the fall off. Be there to dust you off, push you back into position. Classic said, everybody needs some form of support from enough people to make survivability for themselves. Big business, small business, all business.
Mm-hmm.
So said, don't shame Black people. They started with a deficit.
Facts.
Roxy said, souls, all these friends were quoted post-pandemic. Like I said, I seen a brother cop a PPP Bentley. I said, quote, he finna ride clean before he
Right.
go to jail.
Right. Hell, yep. I was always scared. I was always scared. And so, like, I will say this, I'm not a big risk taker. If
Mhm.
I can't, if I can't feel like I can control something within, like, my I'm not doing it. So like when the loans came aboard and people was getting these 500, $600,000 loans, bruh.
That was wild.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like, let's talk about what it looked. And then it was a lot of like unsure, like, do we have to pay it back? Do we not have to pay it back? It's like I'm not being stuck with paying back a $500,000. I don't care how much money I got in the bank.
Right.
No.
Nope. Classic said, I'd say we aren't aggressive enough at rigid. So Classic saying that they're not aggressive enough. So said Roxy, my response was for everyone who experienced the pandemic. Not sure if I missed an area of the world that didn't. Roxy said, Souls, no, just responding, you good. Souls put out a disclaimer saying my comments are for general arching responses. Roxy was laughing. Rigid said, when a Black person steps in the room, I don't know why, I don't like them. I accept that and I try my hardest because Black people only redeem achievement.
Wait, go back. I'm sorry.
Absolutely, yeah.
When a Black person steps in the room, I don't know why I don't like them. I accept that and try my hardest because Black people only redeem. What does that mean? Black people only redeem achievements. I don't understand that part. But what I would say this is, if a Black person walks in a room and you automatically don't like them, that's a form of self-hate. When I am the only Black person in a room and another Black person walk in the room, I am beelining straight to where they at. At least not, especially if I am in a room and I'm one of the only Blacks. Yeah, I'm going to figure out a way to go over to because I want to talk to that person. I want to communicate with that person. I want to commune with that person because it's almost like, well, if I'm the only one here, how are you the only one here too? We got to figure out what's going on here and figure out how we can get more people in this space, or at least that's the way that I'm thinking. But I don't know. I can't say I'm walking into a room and I see another Black person walk in and I don't like them. That's wild.
He said typo respect. So I'm assuming that he is putting respect where redeem is. So I accept that and try my hardest because Black people only respect achievements.
No, I don't believe that. But okay, I mean, I don't know. I love my Blackness, and I love when I see more Black people come into a space, especially where they think that we don't belong. So, yeah.
Classic says somebody call in. The number is below. And there is our Discord if y'all want to join the Discord if you're not on the Discord. Thank you, Into Deep, for putting everything in the chat. Classic said, call in and talk to Rain. The number is below. And yes, it is. It's 205-265-1465. And so said, Rigid, be careful. Laugh out loud. This is not a safe Black space. Laugh out loud.
This is a safe Black space. Oh, I was about to say, yeah, come on with that JK, because this is a very safe Black space. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen.
Yeah, so the phone line is open. We're open to hear some more calls. And then I dropped the link in the chat. I can drop it again if anybody else wants to come up. And we can rock out the class's music for a few minutes. Oh, hold on. Here go Richard. Richard responded. He said, that's because you don't understand why people would gangbang.
I don't understand the average. Since everybody likes statistics so much, what is the statistics on the number of Black men who are actually in gangs? It's like that's all people are in gangs. There's Black people in gangs. There's white people in gangs. There's Spanish people in gangs. There's Russian gangs. I mean, come on now. It ain't just Black people.
Classic came back and said, that's kind of fair of Rigid to say. There are plenty of Black people who measure your level of humanity by your bank account, by the bank account.
Yeah, but okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he said, I think it's more American than Black though, but we are good for it objectively.
I highly disagree with that. I do. If Black people are measuring other Black people by how much money they have, what do you think other people are measuring us by? I mean, you know, I mean, come on.
I know I really can't speak on it.
I know. And you know what?
And it's okay. I'm enjoying
Listen,
the
and you know what's crazy?
conversation.
I really appreciate this because I have this conversation with my other girlfriend, very, very like one of my best friends, and
Mhm.
she is also a white woman, and
Mhm.
you know, sometimes I hate bringing up race conversations because you know it is a hard topic to digest, especially when you're the essentially the only white person having like in the middle of the conversation.
Right.
But what I will say this is my celebration for Black people and um Black excellence, it should never intimidate or make you feel as if I hate white people.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No, no,
Like I
ma'am.
just
And
have
not
such
at all.
reverence for my people and my culture, and I understand what we came from, and I understand what we've been through as a people. Um and we just need to love on us our people more. We really do.
I understand that, definitely. Soul said I think he's trying to say that we normally gravitate towards success and not always our race.
Mm, I think he's trying to say that we normally gravitate towards success and not always our race. I don't. I'm gonna answer this in the way that I think, not necessarily because I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. I think
Mhm.
it was more like verbal. I would be able to understand, but I will
Mhm.
say this: when it comes to like on a financial like scale of where people are like economically, Black people are at the bottom, like at the bottom, and I feel like that is something that we have as a people have been trying to grab onto, like financial literacy, financial wealth. Um, and I think that at any moment we try to grab that or have that and be able to bring that to our, our lineage. So I guess people, there were naturally gravitated towards success, but I think anybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think any yeah.
Richard said people gang bang and don't like each other instantly. Classic said the same thing. Classic said, I don't want no smoke, Kira.
Oh man. I don't want no smoke either, classic.
Richard said, well, I don't know what he was responding to. Classic said, every argument I see among brothers will somehow come down to broke dudes. I'm gonna say dudes.
Mhm. Yeah, but I think but I don't know. I listen, whenever you go into these white spaces, they do the same thing. Yeah, but my dad got 5 yachts. Your dad only got 1. They do the same thing.
Mm.
They do the same
They
thing.
they
I
financially compare.
yeah, always, always. In every
Mm.
space, especially when it comes to men. Oh my gosh. Men, most men equate their wealth in the type of women they have around them or how much money they have.
Mm.
So, I could be
Yeah.
wrong. Don't beat me up in the comments, y'all, because I know look.
So said classic, at least we see what we don't support. And so said, it's okay, Kira. Some days I'm not black enough. Laugh out loud. It's life.
I'll
Classic
keep
said,
my comment to myself.
Classic said, any relationship conversation we have about why we are not really largely connecting, it will somehow come back to who can pay for what. I think it's a deeper discussion. Any relationship conversation we have about why we're not largely connecting, it will somehow come back, who can pay for what. Hmm. You got anything
I
on
don't
that?
know. I guess we don't really I don't know. We don't really talk like that. Anytime we talk about money in our in my or at least in my circle, it's always poking fun. Like We see somebody with like a new car, we say, looking like money, like something like that. Like it's always
Right.
like a fun, like joking, but it's never like a brokey type situation.
Roxy said boundaries typically not respected is the biggest things that have friendship fallout as an adult. Just my observation. We got a call on the hotline. Oh, it's classic. Let's see. Hold on.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Soft Reign Hotline. Who do I got on the hotline? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you got?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was calling because it was getting too hard to respond to y'all in real time. So what I was saying is like, so the only reason why I brought race into it, because it is more of an American thing than it is just a black thing, but we do know some stuff could be disproportionately, you know what I'm saying, true about a certain race, which is why I brought race into it. Otherwise I wouldn't have. But I will say this, like, yes, like economically, black folks as a whole are like on the lower end of the spectrum as far as average income. But I think the reason for that is because we rich shame, broke shame. You can't, as a black person, you cannot win. So like, if y'all know I got 20 million, right? Then I don't, it's not everybody, but there will be people that's like, I don't need to send him no super chat. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, if y'all know that I work, you know, the dock at Publix, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, you know, if we get into an argument, broke boy, woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? There's no avenue to even have conversations with folks about the financial state of the brotherhood and the sisterhood, because whether you up or down, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So they're rich shame you and they're broke shame. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? They beat you down for being down, beat you up for being up. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a big issue. And so so that's what I was kind of saying. And I kind of wanted to hear Richard out. I wish he would call because I kind of want to hear this play out because I get what Kira's saying too. But see where Kira coming from is more so like because of her circle. But see, then I look past, you know, the individual bubble and be like, okay, but as a people though, are we like this in totality? And I think it's a deeper discussion for sure.
Yeah, but I will say this though, right? I definitely understand, like, as a people and as a whole, yeah, it may be a thing, but I don't like to speak in hypotheticals. Like if I'm giving a perspective, I'm giving you a perspective based off of like my life experiences. Now, it may work different for other people, but I don't really have much to give off of a hypothetical. Like I can only give what I've experienced. Now, I can also live through people who I know that I've had conversations with. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But I can't really give you a hypothetical off of something that I didn't really experience. So I wish he would call in so we could get a deeper understanding of what he means. But that's why I hate living in statistics. Like I hate the idea of statistics because I don't know how often you guys fill out your census, but I haven't filled out one in probably like the past 10 years. So I like to operate in a space of like real life and what I've experienced, because you may be seeing something right in Chicago, but I can be telling you like, yo, it's Gucci over here. Like you don't have to be so hard all the time over here. It's a lot of love, you know? And some people they don't want to hear it out, but I can only give I don't know. I can only give based off of my experiences. So
no, I think that's fair. That's why I like to open it up for everybody to offer their perspective, because then you get to see the full spectrum of how it looks, because your experience counts just like rigid experience counts. You see what I'm saying? So we all get an understanding in totality of like what the full spectrum is. You feel me? Like, okay, I got this going on over here, but I'm hearing somebody tell me in their personal life it's the complete opposite. Okay, that's interesting. It's a problem I didn't even know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I get you though. I don't even necessarily disagree with you because again, you coming from your experience, but I definitely feel like this would be a whole nother show for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I was just calling though because it was getting too hard to type. Huh?
Yeah. And then also too, that's why I always say like what you resist persists, right? So like I get where people may have negative experiences, but if that's all they see and all they project and all they feed into, they're gonna you're gonna find yourself in a constant loop. Like the energy that you receive, you have to be intentional on receiving that if you want something different. Like you like I don't know. It's just hard sitting in a space where it's like everybody's experience of one said topic is always negative or always positive or always like I try to give nuance too, but I have to be genuine and candid in my candor for sure.
Yeah, it's needed. It's needed. It's respected too. Yeah, I'm with you. I want to hear how this play out. I'm gonna get off the line so it ain't closed up for nobody.
All right. Class, if you do want to click the
All
link
right,
and come up, you can click the link and come up too if you want to.
I'm cutting my hair right now. You getting me?
Okay.
If you still up in a minute, I will though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to some of these comments because they heavy. So said Kira, we have to separate our experiences to have this conversation. Rigid experiences and perspective have a place. He said again, no smoke. We've been doing good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. But again, it's hard trying to understand the full context of the situation based off of like a 1 or 2 liner text.
Right. Yeah. Roxy says she agreed with Rigid. I'm invested. I want to know. Well, she agreed. She wants Rigid to come up. Rigid, if you can, give us a call. If not, click the link and come up. You don't have to show your face. We can have the conversation off camera. Into Deep says, souls, my cousins say that every time I go around them, I don't go around because they will set me up. Rigid said, these the people who believe men should cry. Soul said, yes, Into Deep, they don't like this conversation. I will cover it. Rigid said, Roxy and Classic funny. Uncle Plug said, I'm waiting, Kira. What are you waiting on?
I know Uncle Plug. Listen, charge it to my mind, not my heart. Trust me, I got you. I promise. I'm so sorry.
Soul said he will cover it, Classic. There's a StreamYard link if anybody else wants to come up. Richard, if you want to come up, you can. You don't, like I said, you don't have to get on camera.
Yeah, now I want to know what Reggie was, now I kind of want to know.
Yeah. Rex said, no, Richard, just want to hear you out. Soul said, this is double talk now. We literally debating his reality. I could be wrong. Into Deep said, my mom's side of the family in New Jersey always money shame us. Go ahead, Kira, because I know you want to speak on. I heard you.
No, it's so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone.
And of course, our merch store is 10% off. The Raw Society Coalition. Y'all go over there and copy your merch.
Why does what is money shaming? I'm sorry. What is money?
We can go back to it.
Yeah, what is money shaming? Why, we have conversations a lot about how, we have to develop, why does that matter? What does that mean? Money shame. And why does my mom's side of the family in New Jersey always money shame? What is that? That seems like he put a bunch of stuff together to make it work. Just to, is that a personal attack?
I think that when it comes to money shaming, it could be like, oh, they got all that money. They're not gonna do, what they used to do when they didn't have all that money. Oh, Into Deep is calling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's calling. He's gonna give some more context. Soft Reign Hotline. Who I got on the hotline?
This is N2D.
Yes, sir. What you got for us? You gonna give us some context on this money shaming?
I will. Okay, so I'm 50, so you got to understand the dichotomy between the generations, right? But my mom
when she left, she had to lie to get out of the home to get into the military. So she left, which my grandmother used her as the my mom is really good with, my mom is lucky. Like, she can go to the casino and get money. So she's money motivated. Everything's money to her. So anyway, she was always sending money back home to my mom until she met my dad. My dad cut that off, said, "You're no longer doing that because it's our money." And she was sending my dad's money to her mom. And that's where this whole money debate gets in. But, you know, my parents were married for 46 years. Everybody looks at my mom as the, oh, Miss Pretty, Miss Perfect. And so her sisters always jump on her about, you know, living in an all-white neighborhood since the 80s, never had to worry about the lights being shut off, or my dad was always saying no to supporting their situation. So they would always call my mom for money. My mom would always spend their money. So when my dad cut that off, that's where the whole money aspect come in. So I'm going to put it like what Bridget is saying. So there's certain people that are crabs in a bucket, you know. And when you, I don't look at money the same way, just because I've never really had to struggle for it, because it's I don't have what my dad used to say to me, slave mentality, or in this case, field nigga versus house nigga. And that's where, you know, when we're talking about the 80s and the 90s, when I grew up, it was, if you lived on one side of town, you're going to get talked about. So I didn't have the lingo. I didn't have the vernacular. Well, excuse me. I had a vernacular and a vocabulary when I have used extensive words. Why are you using big words trying to sound smart? Like, because I read books. And then it would start a fight. So that's what I think Bridget is talking about when it comes to certain aspects, especially me growing up with my cousin and going to New Jersey, because I didn't understand the lingo when he was saying those are nice shoes, and then you get mugged on the train. So, you know, I'm not talking bad about, because I didn't understand certain aspects. Now that I'm aware of those things, I now know to keep quiet and keep to myself and stay low key, because if you flashing a whole bunch of cash or flashing nice stuff in certain neighborhoods or in certain areas, you're going to attract attention. So that's what men typically worry about this more than women too, because men are, back in my time, we got them up, right? Like, you can't fight no more out here. Before, you used to have mutual combat. You could, if someone called you out, you could have it out, and you guys would either slap box, or if you're friends, but you would really get down and get dirty. So I'm not saying, Kira, you're not incorrect. Your circle of friends or your family might be loving, but my family, hell no. It's all competitive. All the men are competitive. Who has the best shoes? Who has the best jacket? Who has the best car? Who has the finer wife? Who has the better whatever is always in my family. I don't know why. I'm not materialistic either. So I wish I had your circle of friends, which I do now because I'm older, because I don't really go around them anymore. But it's sad that I can't go around my own family and help them, because if I help them once, I got to continuously give them money, give them energy, and I just don't have time to give it to them. I'd rather give it to strangers like yourself. I'm using
Yeah. So here, did you want to respond to that?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Nope.
That's hard to write in there, and I didn't want to take too long about it, but there's nuances to it, and I think when you live in a certain type of environment and you have a different temperament, it's gotten better. Like, I remember I wouldn't have been able to talk to a guy like Classic because Classic would look at you square ass. You know what? Get away from me. You know what I'm saying? So now that we have the ability, or Uncle Plug, you know, when I was in the military, they'll tell you you start acting a certain way. You start using proper, you know, grammar, or using it in, or as they say, code switch when you're. I was good at code switching, so I was put in a different unit than a lot of other people because they could understand me and they had to fill a quota. So you learn those things, and I guess I'm less, how do I say, imposing to certain folks that have lighter shades. And so then I was nicer to speak with because I I learned how to do it because I grew up where I grew up. You know, I didn't have the struggle. So that's where people will call me Richie Rich, or I got a what's his Carlton because of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you know, I got a lot of that. So and it, you know, I didn't like it, and I would get in the fight. My dad was one of the most hoodish people that I didn't know. Like, people were afraid of him growing up where he grew up in the hood. So I'm his son, but I can't get his clout because I wasn't in the street, and he made sure I didn't go in the street. So I wasn't out there doing what he had to do. So I think that's what Rigid is trying to say. Hopefully I'm speaking for him correctly, but that's what I experienced growing up. So.
Okay, so I will say this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to jump in. But Rigid, he did respond, and he said, when I say hate, I'm referring to me looking back at why things happen. Why do dislike someone I don't know? Gangs just keep the fire lit. And yeah, it was self-hate. Exactly.
Okay.
So I will say this, right? And this is something that I'm learning to navigate. I feel like with a lot of like pockets of like content, they unknowingly create echo chambers, right? They naturally, like, people naturally gravitate to people that they have some type of like connection with, or like similarities with. And so, you know, whenever I didn't think I came off strong whenever I was talking to Rigid, but maybe I did, right? But you know, whenever I give my perspectives, this is not to discount anybody else's. This is just solely to show that there is a different perspective or a different side to what you're saying or what the topic is. Yeah. So I guess that's just me just defending basically my position.
And you shouldn't have to defend it. It's just refreshing to hear it from.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't really feel that way. I mean, sometimes whenever you have people saying, Kira, we have to separate our experiences to have this conversation. No, no, I can't separate my experiences because I'm having a genuine conversation with somebody. I don't want to speak in hypotheticals. And if someone who I'm having a conversation with can't digest what I'm saying, then I mean, I didn't think I came off pretty strong.
I don't think you did either. I just think, objectively speaking, I think if we were to have a conversation where we get an impasse, I think that's typically, you can't really have those kind of conversations through text because they're hard cues. So I don't know if you were being harsh or anything like that, but sometimes you have to look at other people's side. It's kind of like, you know, Jenga, where Steven and and Django were having their little sissy fit, and it just depicts how, I know it's a stereotype. I know there's certain situations, but depending on where you're from, the value changes, and I don't experience it in the neighborhood that I live in. I don't have that problem. The neighbors are waving at me, "Hi, how are you doing?" But if I wave at a brother, they looking at me like, "Food," or "What are you doing?" You know. I remember back in the day, you could go up to walk past somebody who's your same complexion, and you say, "What's up?" And then you had a nod, you had a look. Now, if I do that now, "What's up?" I'd be like, "Oh no, I don't want no pressure. I don't want no problems," you know. And then keep your head down and keep it moving. But I'll get off the phone because I'll keep talking.
Thank you, Auntie D, for calling in again. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome.
I didn't mean to hang up.
I will say this. I will say this. Rain, and this is just me being honest. If I died 100 times and came back 100 times, I want to be a Black woman every single time. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I will criticize my people because I know we got a lot of work to do. But one thing you will never hear me do is have any type of disgrace, or anything like that for my people. I love my culture. I love my Blackness. I love, and it should never it shouldn't intimidate nobody else, because if we don't love ourselves, who else will?
You're right.
So.
Yes, ma'am. Classic did answer your question about money shaming. He said, "It's you got it, big money," or "What you think you better than us because you got a few dollars?" And I know you may not. I know you might not have time for us little people. So
I don't know. I think I don't do people really take that when people say stuff like that? Do people really take that serious?
I think some people might.
Really?
I think some people might, yeah.
Maybe I guess it's a testament of where they are in their life financially. But I think that like if you feel as if you're at the bottom of the bottom and you broke, you ain't got no money, you gonna feel some type of way, right?
Yeah.
But if you got a lot of money and you feel like you have arrived, you also gonna feel some type of way. But the ones even kill in the middle, we just gonna laugh it off. Like this shit could fall apart at any given moment. Okay.
Yeah. So says, "Sorry, we got off topic. Great show, Rain. Maybe do a part 2 of support." Hey, you're right. You're right. He said, "Good night." Roxy says, "Sometimes friendships were only supposed to last for a season, even we don't understand the reason. Got to keep that move on energy." Yeah, and we covered that. Richard did say self-hate is never conscious, it's programmed.
Yeah, and I agree 1000%. And that's why I feel like we should be a little bit more conscious of that. Just like the video that you guys had played the other day, like of the let out. Now, the whole jumping on cars and everything, I don't necessarily agree with that, right? But you know, and just certain elements, that's just what you see. That's just like when you go down to them sundown towns and they riding with their rifles on the side of their horse and shit. Like nobody says anything about that. So it's like I just think that with certain things, I think that we should just accept. I think that we should just accept what culture has to offer in that space.
So said, "Kira, you can say my name."
You know what? I love you, souls. It's all good. I like the agree type of situation we got going on. It's never no hard feelings.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I like having hard conversations. I do.
Like Classic says, we need all of them. Bring all the perspectives. People need to know these pockets of people in the community. That community exists. Yeah. So said, "I'm okay with it." Also, again, we typing, so there's no tone.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Rigid said, "You're fine."
Thank you, Rigid.
So said, "It was personal perspective. Apologies, you took it that way."
No. You don't. You
wasn't
apologize. Souls, you're my guy.
Classic said, black on black, blackity, black.
Okay.
Say yeehaw. He said,
Like,
"You're extra super black today." Yeah.
I am. I love my people. I love my culture. Girl, we be having us a time. We have
Hey,
fun. And the
you
people
know,
who are black adjacent, they get it. They
yes, I get
get
it.
it.
I've my my grow up was in the center of it. So I
Mhm.
get everything. I get the culture, I get the community, I get all of that, you know.
Mhm.
I get everything, the full perspective from yeah, I'm not even gonna go into it because I don't have to. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I grew up. When I graduated high school, my high school graduation class was 230 something odd people.
Mhm.
And I was one of, I think, 8 white
Damn. That's how it is where I'm at too, Rain.
so I
My
think
my
it was either 8 or 10 white people.
yeah,
So you know how I grew up,
yeah,
you know,
yep.
on the south side of my hometown, you know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, yep. Yep.
I I was stuck in the
Yep.
middle, and
Yeah.
hey, I think I came out fine.
Yeah. That's how it is in my area too. It's
Yeah,
it's it's black where I'm at.
yeah,
And it's not degenerate black. It's
mhm,
yeah. It's
yeah.
mhm.
So I guess I'm not gonna take up too much more of y'all time. We've been on here an hour and a half, a little bit over an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate Kira for coming up. I do want to leave with this closing. You know, at some point we do have to stop begging for support and start building with the people who actually show up, because not everybody that started with you is meant to go with you, right? So if you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I'm thank everybody for coming in. I'm gonna go back through some of the comments. I know, well, we know Into Deep, Classic, Roxy, Rigid was in here. Um, who else was in here? Uncle Plug, Jen stopped in. I'm trying to think who else may have been in here. Roxy, did I say Roxy already? There was somebody new early on up in here. And Miles was in here. And Tati who was in here. So thank everybody for coming in. I really appreciate y'all tuning in with me. I am gonna try to start bringing some other segments, like getting in deep with Radar on the Rain with Radar, outside of the No Middleman panel, and diving deep into some crime and whatnot that's going on. Kira, I do want to get with you on some things, so I'm gonna make sure I text you this weekend sometime and see when you're free. Of
Yes, let me
course,
know. Let me
yeah.
know.
So, Into Deep, I'm gonna get through these comments and then I'll officially close it out. Into Deep said, I graduated with 1,500-ish. I was one of 5. Oh, wow.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And Soul said, go watch me and Classic on Sundown Towns. They did a whole segment on that.
Yeah, Imma have to find it. Y'all produce a lot of content.
Hey,
Imma
yeah.
try and find Imma try and find it. How long ago was it?
Ooh, that was, how far back was that, Souls? It was a while back.
Yeah.
I can't
I
remember.
will say this, like, I mean, and it's not just in sundown towns. It's a lot of pockets of, like, I hate to say it like that, but, like, white communities,
Mhm.
and they will let you know that you're not welcome,
Yeah.
you know,
Don't come
quick.
around here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Roxy said, appreciate you, Rain. Great show. Thank you for tuning in, Roxy. And thank you for all your input and your comments. Into Deep said, please click on the notification bell so you don't miss future lives. It's free. Yes. And if they charge you, email Classic. He said he gonna figure that out, you know, if they end up charging you. So said, I don't think there's a topic we haven't touched. Classic and Plug. We need to do a replay of our convo. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think it's
yeah.
also important to have, like, it's kinda hard to not do one said topic more than once. I think it's as life progresses, I think that it's always good to kinda,
Mhm.
like, touch back and kinda, like, you know.
Yeah. Revisit and then, touch on things you thought maybe you did touch on, but you really
Mhm.
didn't. Just dive deeper into it.
Yeah. Or if your
And
perspective
understand.
changed as a whole.
Yes, because your perspective can change, your mind can
Mhm.
change, your thought, how you feel about certain things. As we grow as people, it changes, yeah. So said, I speak on everything because we cover everything.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Yeah, he said he did a segment on all white towns. Yeah, you did do that. So
is that the link? Is that the
I
link
don't
to the
know.
actual?
Into Deep, is that the link?
Into Deep be on it, man.
He be on it. Yes, he be working so far for us.
I
Working so
know.
hard for us. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll let me see if I can. You got a few minutes here? I'm gonna pull up the
Oh
link.
yeah. I'm good.
Let me see if I can pull up this link. Is it gonna let me copy it? Won't let me copy it. How do you copy the link? Oh, it's not gonna let me copy the link.
Oh yes, that is the link.
It is. Did you? Oh, so you got it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see. Buddy be working hard on the back end. Shout out to
Hey,
Into Deep.
working, yes. Roxy said, as we grow and evolve, so do the convos about the topics. Absolutely.
For sure.
And so said, Into Deep, I did one on all. Yep. Souls did do one on all white towns too as well.
Okay. I just texted to you.
Am I buffering? Oh, there I go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it was Sunday service. Yeah. Let's see. Richard said, I love the strong opinion. Don't change that because of no NR. Maybe.
Yeah, I think anytime I have an opposing view of someone, that doesn't it doesn't really affect how I feel about that person.
Oh,
yeah, like we got to be able to people can disagree, right? Like it's my stance shouldn't be a personal attack on anybody. What it should do is just be open to seeing things from other perspectives other than what you don't see, whether you decide to take that position or not. Because if my perspective is falling on deaf ears, I'm just wasting my time at that point.
Right. Yeah. All right, everyone. I'm glad y'all stopped in with me tonight and called in. Classic, thank you for calling in. Into Deep, thank you for calling in. I think Tez was in here earlier too. I didn't mention his name, but thank you to everybody that dropped comments, that liked, that shared on Instagram. If you shared on Instagram, I appreciate you, and you weren't able to view the live, I appreciate you. And to the people that were already in here who couldn't comment, thank y'all for watching. And as always, this is the Soft Reign Hotline, where your voice matters, your truth is safe, and your reign is always respected. I'll see y'all next time.
Let's meet around 4. I look in your eyes, you look to the side. Could tell that you nervous, your hands a little cold. When we lock eyes, you bite up your lip and crack a little smile. Everything is a shorty so gorgeous, she fine. Her face for a portrait. I'm knowing she noticed, but I'm trying to stay focused. My poker face holding. But I feel like she knowing. And I'm trying to control it. She inviting me over for Netflix.